What's up, Outlaw Trucker? What's up, Jackie Cunningham? Jackie fucking Cunningham. What's up, sweetheart? What's up, bad girl? So, I'm just waiting for this guy to pick up. I'm going to be just live streaming BlogTalk Radio broadcast I'm doing with interview I'm doing with an acquaintance I know. But until then, how are you? How are you, Batgirl? How are you, Outlaw Trucker? How are you, Jackie fucking Cunningham? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's having the most blessed day today. Well, until he answers. How's the weather where you're all at? Didn't like the fact you got bashed. If fucking joke turned into something it wasn't. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Didn't like the fact you got bashed. If fucking joke turned into something it wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about, Batgirl. Yeah, I don't know what live you're talking about. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Oh, you're talking about with Nicolina, right? Yeah, I didn't watch it. Nope. I honestly didn't watch just 1 second of it. Hello?
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm getting ready to start the show.
All right.
What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Just chilling, man.
All right, so was there? Oh, not much. Hey, was that a good intro, or did you want me to change anything?
I didn't hear it, man. Oh, like yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm still getting. That's the first time I really edited anything. I really don't mess with it because I always mess it up. So. All right. So today's pretty much your show, bud. I'm gonna let you promote what you're doing. 1 minute until showtime. You can ask for donations. You can ask for help. You can ask for the Pope's phone number. I don't care. It's all good.
All right.
I usually don't mute anybody. We got some people coming on that are, they. Oh yeah. So, but I normally don't mute them. I just let them run with it. It's pretty much just an open platform.
Hey, freedom of speech is freedom of speech. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'll try to keep it focused on you. I'll limit if we have any trolls come in. I'll limit it as best I can for you. All right.
Cool.
So, and if you ever want to do this show on a Sunday, let me know.
All right. Yeah, well.
Like as far as hosted or whatever, I ain't tripping. I usually.
All right.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. BlogTalk Radio.
Welcome everybody to BlogTalk Radio. Oh, sorry about the echo. But welcome everybody to BlogTalk Radio. Shedding Light. This is your host, Lawrence Strick, aka Sparky Lee, as you all know me. I want to thank you for all my viewers, listeners, and nationwide as we sit there and, just open the platform for the right to say what you want and not to have to apologize. And if anybody has anything they want to talk about or argue about or disagree with, my number is 805-621-1176. Anything I say, I do not take back. I do not apologize for. Just a heads up. And so if anybody wants to dispute anything I say or anyone like I say, feel free to give me that call. Today we have a special guest. His name is Eric. He's from the Get to Know Stop program on YouTube, which pretty much throws people out there that, doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. And he takes a lot of pride and joy in being that community watch and to let people know what's going on. And most importantly, just to talk about what nobody else is talking about. This man has got a pair of balls on him. And he doesn't apologize for anything he says as well, and that's why we get along so well. So I'm going to hand that off over to you, Aaron. Do your thing, brother.
All right. First of all, just let me say thank you for giving me your platform to come and spit my message out here today. Secondly, I want to thank everybody who's listening to this live right now, who will listen to this later in a replay, who'll watch us in a week from now. I appreciate you listening to this from the bottom of my heart. I mean it. What my message is an extremely important one, but it's probably the least most popular and the least most talked about subject out there. But I feel like it's my duty. It's I have to do this. It's my right to change the way things are right now in our country and around the world. Let me give a shout out real quick to all my YouTube friends, all my YouTube subscribers, Outlaw Trucker, Batgirl, Jackie fucking Cunningham, Team Row, Sugar Glider, I love you, baby. Robin Banks, all my whole entire huge channel, 200 subscribers. I love each and every one of you with all my heart. Charlotte's Webbing, thank you for all your management for me and helping me get my stuff going here. So, if you're in the chat, can you put a 28 in the chat if you can hear me just fine, and if you can hear the radio broadcast just fine too, please. So anyway, again, my name's Aaron. My YouTube, I go by Get to Know on YouTube. Why did I call my channel Get to Know? Because we all get to know. So, it's important that we know what I'm about to talk about. The subject I tackle on my channel, and I speak out against, is childhood sexual abuse awareness, penalties, and laws these days for parasites is what I call them.
You're breaking up, bro.
I'm breaking up real bad.
No, I'm just going to break it there. Just let your heads up first.
What's that?
It's better now. Go.
Okay. So, what I want to see, what I want to do is, first, I want my platform to be a place where people who have been SA'd and people who are parents of children who have been SA'd, I want a place for them to be able to go and be able to talk to other people, like-minded people who have had this horrible thing done to them as well, so they can relate. It's kind of like a drug addict going to a drug counselor who's never done a drug or even seen a drug. It's hard to get advice from somebody who really don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So one of the biggest things for me is I want this platform to be based for men to come and talk about their stories, because for one, I know that there's a lot of men out there that have been sexually abused in the past, and they refuse to speak about it. They carry around that guilt, that dirtiness, that whatever, that negativity from it for their entire lives, because we're men, we don't talk about that kind of shit. Just get over it, kind of deal. And for me, I was that guy. I was that guy for a long time. I refused to talk about it. I waited for 6 years, I waited for almost 6 years to tell my parents that I was even sexually abused. And I thought I had overcome, for the most part, the negativity that comes with it. And about a year and a half, 2 years ago, it came rushing back in on me, and it hit me like a freight train. And then there I was, standing there basically by myself with, like, what the hell do I do now? So my counselor and I got together, put a game plan together, and we felt like that trying to make a difference in the world, in the United States and around the world, with childhood sexual abuse laws and penalties, just creating awareness would be a good way for me to start healing myself, actually, honestly, for the first time in my life. So I first started with a Facebook group called Get to Know. It's a private group, so if you want to join, you gotta ask and be accepted. So that started out about 2 years ago. It's doing all right. We're doing pretty good. We're chugging along. We got 250 plus members in it. It's nothing huge, but that's 250 people that know that they can go somewhere and talk about their problems when it comes to this kind of shit. The next thing I want to see, yes, sir.
I do have a question. What kind of responses have you been getting since you've been putting your show out there? Because I was a guest on your show as well. But what are the responses from some of the men that you're getting?
As crazy as it might seem, as crazy as it might seem, I didn't think that. First of all, there's not very many men. There's been a couple of them that's came out and talked about their past trauma on the channel, which is great. It's amazing. But a lot of people have sent me emails and death threats and hate mail telling me I need to stop doing what I'm doing, or they're gonna kill me. And don't flatter me. Talk about flattery. You know what I mean? Like this person's literally going out of their way to tell me that they hate my guts because what I'm doing is wrong. Like all I'm doing is trying to make the world a better place for our children and our future and shut parasites down. So obviously they're either a parasite or they support pedophilia. So either way, you can just get the scat on my channel. You know what I mean? We don't need you around anyway. So a lot of, yeah, when I first started this journey, I never thought for a million years would I ever meet such resistance from people, like pure hatred, like legitimate death threats. You know what I mean? Like, I just never thought, you know, I just never thought that I would get a death threat for something like this, you know. But that just goes to show you exactly what kind of people these people are. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. I mean, you know, it's really messed up, man. So,
And you have support from your family and stuff like that, right? Where they, you know, I know you're married and, you know, you're.
Babe, we turn that down a little bit.
Like, huh?
I was talking to my wife real quick. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, because I know you're married, and like the support you get from your wife, how much does that help you going forward with what you're talking about and what you're bringing awareness to the community?
Well, my wife and I met 18 years ago. We've been together since the day we met. We got married shortly after that. We bonded as tight as we did because my wife herself is a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. Her stepdad and 5 of her friends came forward and spoke out against him, and he admitted to doing it. But since there wasn't no forensic evidence or any of that shit, he walked out of the courtroom. My wife's mom literally disowned her for speaking up and saying that he did this to her and her friends. The parasite that abused me, he never seen a single day in jail for my abuse, and I know he never stopped. And he had been charged one other time back in the 70s, early 70s, and he ended up getting a slap on the wrist and getting out. He received another one where he had to register as a sex offender back in 86 or 87, something like that. And that's it. It's the only times he's ever been busted. But I'm telling you right now, this parasite has never stopped abusing children. So my wife gets pregnant and our son gets born, and I just looking at how precious he was, you know what I mean? I just couldn't imagine me in 4 years from then being, you know, him being sexually abused in 4 years, because that's how old I was when my abuse started. So my wife and I tried coming up with ideas and what we would do to keep our kids safe. We vowed to each other that we would not let our children become victims of sexual abuse of any kind. So from the very moment we basically figured that they could understand the words that we were saying to them and comprehend them and what they meant. So, you know, 2.5, 3 years old, we just started teaching them about certain things, you know, like certain areas of the body, the chest area, the front private area, the bottom, you know, those are no squares, you know. I mean, you don't have to get all dirty about it and any of that shit. So, I mean, so we were like, okay, so we're good there. And we talked to him about it, you know, here and there. And it's like, so how do we keep this going as they get older? And we just talk to our kids, man. Like we'll be sitting there having dinner or whatever, and I'll just out of the blue, I'll be like, hey, has anybody ever sexually abused you? You know what I mean? Take them off guard. And regardless of how old they are, if you ask anybody a question that they are trying to hide the answer to, and you ask them that question, they're going to show you signs that they're hiding the actual answer from you. You know what I mean? So just by their reaction, how they would react to us, we know that my kids are safe. You know what I mean? So I guess that's really, you know, she's my wife is my driving force besides my community. And, you know, just the idea of this message getting out to people and actually helping people. Hi, Team Rose. Getting out to people and just innocent kids being saved. And like, I've already had a couple of kids listened to what I was saying with their dad and their mom, and they literally came up to him. The one kid right here in my house, well, not in my apartment now, but in our old place, came up, he heard what we were talking about, and he was in the other room, and he came up right up and knocked on the door, and he's like, "Dad, I need to talk to you." His dad was like, "No, just a minute." He's like, "No, Dad, I need to talk to you." I was like, "Hey, you better go talk to him, man." So I let the kid in, and he's like, "Dad, Uncle so-and-so is doing that shit to me, man." So, you know what I mean? So just knowing that this message is getting out there really helps me keep going, because it don't matter to me if my YouTube channel ever gets big or if it stays small. I just know that with every single person that watches my channel and hears my voice and hears this message, it's going to reach more than just that person. They're going to retain that information. They're going to carry it on down to their family member. You know what I mean? So, like, knowledge is power, you know? So if you don't want your kid to become a victim of childhood sexual abuse, what do? You educate them at a very young age, and you continually educate them throughout the rest of their life, man. I don't care. My daughter can be 35 years old and I'll still ask her, you know what I mean? Like, hey, is somebody messing, you know what I mean? Is your husband hitting you? I mean, she's not even close to being that old yet. So, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I will still ask my children those questions when they get older as well, So, I mean, we have got to do something now. Now, we should have done something years and years and years ago about this. So, if we don't make some big changes, some drastic changes now, it'll be too late, and pretty soon everybody will become a victim of sexual abuse during their childhood. It's inevitable. I mean, just the thought of it. I mean, if you just look at how it's got how it's progressed in the last 10 years, the numbers have gotten way worse, and that's because it's becoming more and more normalized. Judges, prosecuting attorneys, making deals with pedophiles and their attorneys, and they don't ask the people who got abused. It's just it needs to be done, and this is the way I feel that I will be able to do my part to help protect everybody's futures, man. No child should ever have to feel what that feeling is like when somebody violates you at a young age, whether it's sexually, physically, emotionally, mentally. Nobody deserves to be abused, man. And if my future depends on my children and I don't keep my children safe, what does that mean for my future? If I don't keep my children safe, what does that mean for their future? So this is the way I feel. This is how I feel I can do my part, straight up. And I will not stop doing this until I draw my last breath on this earth. Whether I have 202 subscribers in my channel, whether I have 2 subscribers in my channel, or I've got 22,000 subscribers in my channel, I will never stop doing this. Nobody's gonna stop me doing this. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody will stop me on my mission.
I do encourage everybody here to check out his website or his YouTube channel, because not only does it expose, but it educates and it brings awareness. So if you're a single parent, if you are, a mother in a toxic relationship that maybe just possibly you could put your child in that position. I mean, this is parenting 101. I mean, it really should be. This should be a class taught on, what signs to look for. And Aaron does a really good job on teaching that and expressing that. And not only that, just, giving the survivors their voices back, our voices back.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing what you're doing, brother. And I encourage anybody to, if you want to drop this man a death threat, please do. If you want to drop this man a heart or a I love you or a donation or just a hey, thank you, brother, please do. I mean, I'm sure he welcomes all comments and questions and, whatever. I mean, but for what you're doing, brother, I mean, this is kind of like prison reentry, It's not a very popular name. And people are like, I don't know about that. Because we're talking about things that need to be talked about. We're bringing awareness and educating those around us to be better communities and people. And I just commend you on that for what you're doing. And like I said, I enjoy your show. I enjoy all your shows. Actually, I've been watching them. And it's just, I like the bluntness you have.
I appreciate it.
The honesty.
Yeah.
I'm going to, no fuck giving, basically. Like, I'm going to just say what I'm going to say. And my buddy Choop always tells me, he taught me when I first started this with him. And he's all, if you don't like me, here's my number. And I always love that about that. It's just something that, it's accountability for what we're saying. And it's just like, forget the haters, brother. And I really do appreciate what you do.
Hey. Yeah, like the way I look, like the way I look at it is my haters are just as important to me as my subscribers. Like if nobody's out there hating on me, then I know I'm not making a change. You know what I mean? So keep on hating. It don't matter to me. So.
Yeah. And where do you see what you're doing in the next 5 years? Like where do you hope to go with it? And what do you? I mean, I don't know even how to phrase that question, but where do you hope to be? I know where you're at right now, but what's your goal with what you're doing?
In 5 years, I would like to see a complete overhaul of the National Sex Offender Registry. It's a brilliant concept. It's a good program, but it's a failed program all at the same time. I would like to see a major change in the penalties, and when it comes to these kind of crimes against children, the sentences that they got now, they're too light. They don't give any kind of incentive to encourage a person to want to change. You tell somebody that you touch a kid and you're going away to prison for 30 fucking years. That's going to help some people. That's going to help change some people's minds. But now it's like, you touch a kid, we'll give you your own little apartment where we'll keep you safe. And I mean, it's ridiculous. They even keep these guys safe in prison. I mean, here in Idaho, they built their own little subdivision off the side of the prison where they house all the sex offenders. They don't even have to go through general population. It's ridiculous. So I'd like to see a major. I see Get to Know and the subscribers of Get to Know making a major change that's going to grab some attention if you're a pedophile. And to the penalties, like the judicial system, the first thing that a prosecuting attorney will go straight to the defendant and offer them a plea bargain. And they won't even ask the person that pressed the charges for being sexually abused. And I think that's bullshit. No plea bargains for sex crimes, period. No matter whether you're in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Idaho, California, Texas, it don't matter. Like, no plea bargains for pedophiles, because when that pedophile violated me, he didn't give me no plea bargain. He gave me a lifetime of difficulty is what he gave me. He didn't cut me no slack. He didn't cut me no break. And the next biggest thing I see us making a change to within the next 5 years is the way that once you're a convicted sex offender, there shouldn't be no getting off the sex offender registry. Just because you do 5 years on the sex offender registry and you complete your stuff, that doesn't take away the fact that you sexually abused a child. Like, there's no special list that I get to get put on, that I get to get removed that title of being a victim of sexual abuse. I don't get a sign up on a special list. I don't get no special credits for that. What's that?
Well, in California, they have a tier system, and but the problem with that is depending on what tier you are, it's like 5, 10 year or whatever. Like
right. It's like that in Idaho.
Small one, but yeah, but I've seen. I don't know. My.
No, hang on. Let me cut you off real quick. Let me cut you off real quick. Now, I got to put this out there, okay? So just because somebody is a registered sex offender doesn't mean they sexually offended somebody. Like in Idaho, you can have to register as a sex offender for getting caught taking a piss in the park. So there's different. I mean, yeah, there would need to be some crimes pulled out that really aren't sexual offenses that shouldn't be on there anyway. So with that said, I like to consider myself well knowledgeable in this category, and I really wish I wasn't, but I am, and I'm not sure. What's that?
Because this system, it's a good system. It was a good system. It got lost its way through the years of politicians, because as we know, politicians make laws and rules and regulations according to their lifestyle to make their life more comfortable, and they're always looking to the future, correct?
Right.
Like that's how it is. So, it needs to be more of a community thing of going forward and establishing it like current, and not just, a law that goes into effect and then all of a sudden they get to work out all the details.
Right.
The details should have been part of the victims and survivors and the parents that have had to go through this. They should have been part of the process. And
right.
I think I agree with you. And, they have, a lot of the guys that are being convicted of this are with $92,000 a year in California on parole, and their minimum is usually 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's also a business that that's what kind of eluded the effectiveness of the system, because it's the money's involved now, and now you're convicting people, and it's diluting the purpose. And no, I 100%, and that's why I never say take away a system. I always say we need to revise it, just like prison. I think prison, I do agree that we should have more mental health, and we need to get rid of the prison.
Agreed.
Of course, I say prison, I know the mental health stuff, but at the same time, there's some people that need to be locked away forever.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be an advocate if I didn't say that.
Right. Just like the parasite that I covered a couple days ago in my life. This 80-year-old man, gets busted with over 2,600 pounds of personally printed out material in his home that he himself printed out on his own printer of sexually explicit images of children. Over 220,000 individual images of children he printed out, and he's facing 25 counts of receiving and printing out child explicit material. He'll be dead in the next 2 years, but I don't think that's guilty. That's guilty. There's the evidence. There's the perpetrator. He did. There's no fucking denying it. Execute him. I don't care what anybody says. Execute him. I'm sorry. There's no reason for him to go on living.
Well, and you have to look at the fact that the man's 80 years old. And if this went so long without being detected, how long has it been happening before those issues, where did it start from? That's the problem I have, that like a lot of the cases, they're being unseen because these people are, figures of the community. They're getting away with this stuff right underneath the nose.
Yeah, a lot of times, like Yes, you will see a pedophile from here and there that will meet society's description of a pedophile. You know, the creepy old old crotchety grandpa dude with the creepy old 80s style van with no windows in it. You know, you'll get those, but a lot of times, these parasites. They're the leaders of your churches. They're the prosecuting attorneys. They're the judges sitting behind the gavel. They're the lawyers that are defending these criminals. They're police officers. They're detectives. They're pillars of the community, and people don't see that. But if you look at it, those are the ones that are actually committing most of these crimes. That's the bottom line. Anybody can come at me all they want with these numbers, and like I got it. You know what I mean? I got this shit on lockdown. So, I mean, I spend hours a day doing this. What's that?
Was it 99% of these acts are actually within the family or something like that? Or
no, it's 97% of all sexual abuse happens within the family. A dad, a mom, a sister, a brother, a cousin, a nephew, a niece, an uncle, an aunt, a grandpa, a grandma. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, and why is it like that? Because really, how often do we just allow our kids to go around perfectly random fucking strangers? We don't. We don't do that. We just don't do that. Right? I mean, I know I didn't. I mean, I don't. My kids are almost full grown and out of the house now, and I still don't let them go out with strangers. You know what I mean? Like I know who the fuck my kids are hanging around. I know what they're doing, and so I mean, it's no surprise to me that the number is that high, and it's that way. I mean, who has better access to children than members of the family? And another thing is, and this gets misconstrued when people hear me say it. So let me get it out there. I am not saying that all step parents or stepchildren are this way, because they're not. But when you get a divorce and you remarry and you have a stepdad, you bring a stepdad or a stepmom or a stepbrother or sister into your relationship, you raise the risk of your child becoming a victim of sexual assault 99% more. You put your child at 99% more risk of being sexually abused. And that's not saying that everybody who is a step parent or a step family member is an abuser. That's not. You put your kids at that much more risk automatically by bringing a step parent or step brother, sister, auntie, uncle into your home. That's the reality of it. You know, and
the thing is just to emphasize on that, when people are talking about that, you know, and they're like, well, you know, this is the thing, folks. We're also talking about causing the factors of the environment, which is drug abuse, alcohol.
Yes.
The lifestyle you live. That's also contributing to these risk numbers. So if you're not into drugs and you're not into alcohol and partying and that lifestyle, these numbers probably don't. Shoot, I can't think of words.
These numbers don't do it justice. Don't do what the actual numbers is. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, your numbers are going to be different. They're going to, but let me say this: if you're going to churches, then you're just at risk, because a lot of the stuff that happens is at the churches, and we have to take that into accountability. Because like when I was abused, my stepfather was a fireman. You know, one of the greatest heroes in the town and the city. You know, he was well respected, and come to find out, the guy was an undercover drug dealer, and he was a pedophile, and he molested me and my sister, like his own daughter, actually.
Right.
So, like, this is what Aaron's talking about. Like, these are prominent members of society, and the thing is that they want to box everybody in, and pretty much it's like a magician. You know, here, let me show you my left hand while my right hand does the trick.
Right.
And so when we're talking about categories, stereotypes, let me tell you something. The windowless van with eye hooks and, driving around your neighborhood, the likelihood of that happening You have a 3% chance of that happening. So, you know, and I think that's like kind of like people throwing shade. You know, you got that mother down the street or that father down the street that, you know, doing what he's doing, and then he's sitting there talking about all these creeps on the street. You know,
right.
It's like, dude, these people are monitors. You know, they're already on the radar, but you're not. And that's what we have to look at. Like, you know, what are the signs when you're looking at a child as being FA'd or emotionally any type of abuse going in a home?
Well,
from your professional opinion.
From my opinion, the biggest sign, the first signs that you'll see is a lot of kids, especially if they're being SA'd, they're gonna instantly start peeing the bed. It's weird, but that's one of the biggest signs right there. If your child goes from being completely happy-go-lucky 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old to a no light in their eyes, just if their attitude, if their moods just totally change, they're probably being bullied, harassed, victimized, sexually abused. So those are the first signs. You're gonna notice happy child, depressed child. You're gonna notice anger issues. Like my child would, you know, your child might, you know, usually your child's a good sharer, and sometimes, you know, kids have their little bumps, but now my kid don't want to share anything with this person and instantly goes into a rage whenever anybody tries to take their blocks. Just things like that. Like the best advice I can give a parent is, you know, your child, you know how they should act and how they act and their moods. And if you notice those regular moods and those regular attitudes can just change all of a sudden, start asking questions. Because something's going on. Because kids don't change like that unless there's a reason for it. And usually if things are happening to a child that are positive, that child changes in a positive direction. And if negative, just like, I mean, for adults, I mean, shit, you know what I mean? Like, I know when things are going good for me, I feel better. When they're going bad for me, I feel worse. My attitude's changed, you know? So just keep an eye out on your kids. Get to know your kids, man. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions. If your child from the age of 5 and under comes to you and tells you that somebody is sexually abusing them, you believe your child. It's a 99.7% chance that they're telling the truth. There's a 0.3% chance that your child is lying to you about it or making it up. So if your child is between the ages of 6, 5, 4 and younger, and they come to you and tell you that Uncle Bob or Aunt Sally's doing this and touching their no-no squares, believe your child, because that's what's happening. I'm telling you right now. And in that 0.3%, the only reason why it's that 0.3% is because they've been put up to the fact to lie about the abuse. And that's very rare. But it does happen. So just listen to your kids, man. Just listen to them. If they tell you they're being abused or bullied, they're being abused or bullied. Period.
Man, those are powerful numbers, bro.
Oh,
if you think about it, we're talking about the 90s. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like every 2 minutes in the United States, a child is being aggressively pursued online by a parasite to be trafficked in this country. Now people think, okay, well, I'm being trafficked is, you know, they're going to take me from point A and take me clear across the country to point B, and maybe into even trafficking literally is the moving of children or adults from place to place, whether it's next door, down the street, in the next town, in the next state, in the next city, in the next fucking country. It's trafficking. So people have this misconception about looking at trafficking like, well, they got to be, you know, trafficking is like long distance or coming in from another country or going out to another country. yes, that's trafficking. But back in my town, like when I was 14, there was a guy, his name was Nacho, swear to God. He was trafficking girls from my hometown to Mexico, and we turned him in. You know what I mean? But like that was before people really even knew what trafficking was. You know what I mean? But back in the early to mid 90s. So like this has been going on for years, and it's only getting worse. Like when they like sex trafficking of women, men, children, all ages, all like there's not one favorite color of skin to be sex trafficked, or like everybody's wanted: fat ones, skinny ones, big ones, tall ones, short ones, midget ones, wide ones, skinny ones, thin ones, you know, one-legged ones. They're all there's a menu out there for all of them, and these traffickers, they don't care. As long as they can fill what's on their list, they're going to do it. And it's a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. Like they make these guys, they like our governments know that they make so much money, they classify it as a fucking industry. Like that means what? Like basically it's organized, you know? I mean, the only thing they're not doing is paying taxes on their shit. So, I mean, it's disgusting. If people realize how many parasites they walk past every single day, and they will never know that they're a sex offender, or they're actively abusing a child at the moment, it would disgust you. You would freak out. You would probably just go around and start punching people in the face all day long.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, and I remember Robin was talking about, you know, that everywhere she goes, she's looking at people now and wondering what if, you know, and that's a horrible way to live, man. I mean, it's just not to live like that, but that's just a horrible reality that we're living in today.
Absolutely.
That, you know, the guy I buy my milk and eggs from, that I have to question, like, I don't know about that one. I mean, and ever since she said that, like, I think about my neighborhood. You know, I'm like, I wonder. So it's just a cold reality of what it's become, because of what the laws and the land has allowed, you know. And like you say, you know, you do something, you get what, 4 to 6 years is like the
max. That's like a max. That's like a max in Idaho. Yeah, that's like a max in Idaho. Yeah. But like are you kidding? No, like here's yeah. Like here's an example. This is a real life example. I witnessed this with my own eyes. I heard the judge speak these words with my own ears. He was addressing my brother-in-law and another man. Okay. My brother-in-law got arrested for drug trafficking. Okay. Not good to traffic drugs, whether you're pro-drug or anti-drug. It's not good. Probably shouldn't do it. He gets busted with like 80 pounds of all kinds of shit. He goes to his court hearing. He goes into sentencing, and he stands up there in front of the judge, and the judge looked at him and he goes, "Mr. So-and-so, you're lucky that it's been so long since your last drug crime. If it wouldn't have been 20 years, I would be giving you life in prison without parole right now. In federal prison without parole for the rest of your fucking life. If it wouldn't have been 20 years or more since your last drug crime." He sentenced my brother-in-law to 26 years fixed, not getting out for 26 years. No 2-for-1s. No. That was the plea bargain. That was the plea bargain. Okay. That was the plea deal. 26 years fixed. The parasite that got sentenced right before him, he got sentenced. He's in the federal courthouse on his 5th count. This would be his 5th time going back to prison for this shit. Okay. So 4 convictions already. So 4 convictions already in the past. The judge gave him 5 fucking years. 5 years. The judge gave this parasite, who has destroyed at least 5 innocent children's lives and made their lives a living hell for the rest of their lives, 5 years. My brother-in-law, who brought drugs in so other drug dealers could sell their drugs to drug addicts, who are usually adults, who are usually sexually abused victims when they were children. Go figure. Okay. Gave him 26 years fixed. This parasite got 5 years for damaging another child for the rest of their life. This dude right here got 26 years. He's in his 50s already. He'll be in his late 70s before he fucking gets out of prison. And then he's got to go, as soon as he gets done doing that, he's got to go do the 6 years in state prison that the state gave him for his drug crimes, for the state crimes. So where's the balance at?
So I got a question for you.
Huh.
And I love these conversations. Do you think that maybe the system is set up where they know that it's a sickness, so it's a revolving door, rather than like they want to keep them in and out? They want the bullshit in the community. They want the
okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. Now here, let me put it to you like this: Do you really think our county police, our city police, and our courthouses can have all this top of the line, up to date computer equipment, heating and cooling systems? I mean, top of the line everything. Squad cars, patrol cars, guns, badges, all of it, all the way down. Do you really think that the mayor pays for his apartment or for his house? They got to make money somehow. It's a guaranteed revolving door. Like if they would have declared a war on pedophilia when they declared the war on drugs, our world, our country would probably be in a way better place. Like, they took all this focus on drugs because drugs are bad, and they are, but some of them, drugs are bad. So let's take 80% of our resources and shove them into this fucking war on drugs program. And then we're going to dedicate a certain amount of officers, a certain amount of detectives. We're going to train canine units. We're heading up this war on drugs. Okay. Maybe they should have declared a war on pedophilia, took a quarter of all those resources that they use for the war on drugs and applied it to the war on pedophilia. And we probably wouldn't have so many drug addicts living on the street looking for drugs these days. If you ask an honest to God drug addict, if they were sexually abused as a child, I guarantee you 99% of them are going to tell you that they were sexually abused as a child. Now, I don't know what came first, the child and the sex abuse, or the semi-teenager to adult and drug abuse. You see what I mean? Like, eliminate the pedophilia, you'll probably eliminate a lot of drug addicts, a lot of innocent people becoming drug addicts, because a lot of us seek out that comfort from what we feel like is going to mask and hide what we're feeling and take that pain away from us. You know what I mean? I am a recovering drug addict myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and clinically we call that drug addiction as a symptom, not an illness. And because they're dealing with something more. And you're absolutely right. And from a counselor standpoint, most of my clients have all experienced, the ones that have been in the drug addiction arena, a lot has to do with sexual trauma or childhood abuse that they're not addressing. They haven't. And that's where the byproduct versus product comes in. And, just to clarify what you're saying from a clinical standpoint.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. And it's a coping strategy to deal with what's going on, and nothing's getting addressed. So, but no, you're absolutely right, dude. If they sat there and did the war on pedophilia the way they did on drugs, if Joe Biden would have sat there and did a pedophilia bill, I can only imagine what it would be like today. But it just shows where they're at. And because I believe, it's just my personal opinion, that most politicians are on the take with them, and it's a big old industry, like the whole Epstein Island with the even the address. And then if you go down that list, and what pisses me off is that they have a list of everyone that visited that island, not a city, not a town, not a bar, not a place, a freaking island, just for that. And yet all these people are off the hook, and there's no RICO Act on that. There's no task force to go investigate and bust down their doors, but yet you sit there and you go visit some dude, that has a friend in Al Qaeda, all of a sudden you're in Guantanamo Bay, getting waterboarded, and it's like, but I just believe that they're all in on it together, and it's like a Illuminati thing. I don't know what to call it. I agree with you though.
I did
do a war on that.
I did a series of lives on my Get to Know channel on YouTube a little while back, and it had to do with the number of reported trafficking cases in each state in the United States. Okay, so I was blown away, like legitimately blown away by who came in first. Now, if I was to ask you what state do you think was the worst or had the worst cases, the most cases of trafficking, what would your guess be? What would your guess be?
Oh shit, Kentucky or something like that. Some backwoods.
You're not even close. Now, it's kind of a trick question because really Washington D.C. is not a state. So Washington D.C. has had more cases in 2022 or 2021, more cases of trafficking recorded and caught than any other state in the United States per capita. Hands down, the worst possible by a big margin. Like I was thinking. Nope, you're all wrong. Somebody in my chat says Texas, Arizona, Tennessee, Arkansas. Nope, Washington D.C. Washington D.C. And it makes sense. Like who makes the laws? Who makes the laws and penalties for these crimes? Politicians.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like it's a stack deck. I mean,
it is. I mean, it is. Like if you're in a position of power to make a penalty for a law that you commit and break, what are you gonna make it so? Like for me, if I was in a position of power to make a law for what you get sentenced for possession of marijuana in Idaho, okay, I would make the penalty. Whoever busts you has to give you 3 more ounces of weed. Okay, so you don't get no jail time because my ass ain't going to fucking jail. You know what I mean? Like I like finding quirky little ways like that to get points across to people. Like, I mean, if you're a pedophile and you're in a position of power to make laws and penalties, and you yourself are a pedophile and you participate in this fucking deplorably disgusting action, are you going to make sure that you just get a slap on the hand and you get your job back, or are you going to make it so you get a 47-cent case? You know what I mean?
And what's crazy about that is that there's a harsher law for statutory rape than it is for touching a child.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing.
Yeah. I had a friend.
Statutory rape, they will stand for numerous years.
Yeah. I had a friend back when we was in high school, back in the late 90s when we was in high school. He was dating this girl for 2.5, 3 years before he turned 18. She was 1.5 years younger than him. He, on his 18th birthday, her mom and dad filed statutory rape charges against him, and they'd already been having sex for 1.5 years because they've been together for quite some time. And he went and did 10 years for doing something that he was already doing before he turned 18. But as soon as he turned 18, now and he had to register. He died on the registry because of that shit. That's not a sex offender to me. I'm sorry, that's not. So,
No, and I appreciate that, clearing that up. And, that's what makes your channel so special. Is that you're not boxing people in. You have a line that you're exploring. You're like, well, I don't know, man. It is a judgment call, and I think that your judgment is very keen in what you're doing, and I appreciate it. And we have like 6 minutes left.
Oh wow!
And I'm doing this from my phone today, so I can't really see the board. So if there's any comments or questions, I'm so sorry I cannot see it. But if you can, please reach out to Aaron at get to know stuff on the YouTube channel and really like explore this man. Like, bro, you're doing a service. And
thank you.
You're doing what's uncommon and what's unpopular, and thank you for that. And that, that's a sign of leadership, and it really people need to take on board and take that in as far as what they're doing in their life and what their purpose is. And just keep doing what you're doing, man. And I just really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart as a survivor myself, and and I know you are as well, and for all the other survivors that this is a safe spot. This is a spot where we get to come and speak. And what I love about your show is that, you could sit there and tell somebody to fuck off. Sometimes that's a good feeling. It's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And there's no filter. There's no, hey, you got to be professional. And sometimes we just need to be able to scream, fuck you.
Yep.
And this is not right. And this is not fair. And this never should have happened.
Yep.
And I encourage any other survivor out there or victim going through this to please reach out to this brother and actually, give your pain to him. He understands. He's not one of those guys in the suits that's just he's not making money off this.
Never will I ever.
And, it's not one of those things that, and he's not sitting there telling you what you want to hear. He is very blunt. He knows where it's coming from, and he can speak from not just a professional level, but also personal. And that makes a difference. Like a lot of these counselors are full of shit. Straight up. They sit your kid on a couch. If you have a child that's gone through sexual trauma or any type of abuse as a child, send them to people like us that can actually talk about it, that actually can relate to it. Not just some paper that says that we're qualified to diagnose and to tell you that your kid's fucked up. Because that's just not right. Because I'm going to be honest, I've never come across a counselor in my life as a child that has helped me, ever. And I've been in the system since 8. So let's do the math on that.
Yeah.
So, brother, you want to give your contact info?
Yeah. My email is getknow, that's GET, the number 2, KNOW 208 @gmail.com. My YouTube channel is Get to Know, all one word, capital K, capital G, capital K, _ stop, all capitalized, STOP. Stop stands for Stand Tough on Pedophilia. And I got Facebook group. It's Get to Know. It's a private group, so you got to ask to join. Anybody that's asked to join, nobody will be turned away. Man, I appreciate you letting me have your platform. We just got to make sure we do something. We got to do this now. We've all sat on our asses way too long about this. And let me handle the tough subjects. Let me handle the tough questions. I'll do the dirty work. I just need your guys' support. Something else I wanted to say real quick, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank. Hang on. For all professional reasons, I am not a professional counselor. I have no degree. I have no diploma in any motherfucking kind of counseling. It's kind of any kind of. I'm a person who has been on some really, really extreme sides of the fence in my life. And I have a lot of useful knowledge up here and a lot of useful help that I can be. If I can't figure it out and help you, or my wife can't, I know somebody in this amazing community of Get to Know. I know together we can help each other. There's not one person will be left behind in here. So this is Get to Know. I love all you guys. Tell your friends about me.
And you're live streaming right now, right?
I am live streaming right now. Yes, I am.
Nice.
So I got used to.
Everybody, Get to Know. Stop at BlogTalk Radio. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
Yeah. You got a great following and damn good people. Outlaw Trucker and Rock and Robin, and there's a few others that I got to get comments and questions from, and just you have an amazing following, and I just encourage everybody join this small community, make it large, make it powerful. I mean, it's powerful already, but make it global. Make this shit let the politicians, let the people hear this shit. And I just want
straight savage. Straight fucking savage, baby. Savage, baby. We got to be savage on this shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love you, man. I love your truth and your honesty about it. And you know what? No fucks given. Really. Like, there's no apologies.
Never will I ever.
I thank you for what, and especially your community, bro. I mean, I find as being a host and the stuff I do, that my support comes from my viewers, my supporters, from the love that I get from them. Right or wrong, they're behind me, and I know you have the same thing. I mean, you got some tough ones. You got some real savage motherfuckers in your community that follow you, and I know that. So. And I just want to give a huge shout out to all of them and what they're doing, supporting you and being part of the cause, not part of the problem. And I just want to say thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. With blessed. Have a good week. Reach out to this brother. Let's make a difference. Let's be purposeful. Let's be meaningful. Let our life mean something. If we don't stand for something, we fall for anything. People do not fall for anything. Reach out to this man. Let's get the support he needs to make this global. That's my goal for this year.
Oh,
love
yeah.
you, brother.
Love you too, man. Remember, everybody, one child is one too many, man. One child is one too many.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
For that, I'm going to close this show, and I thank our guest, and you're always welcome here.
All right, great. And you too on my channel, bro. Anytime.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Yes, sir. All right. Bye, guys.
All right, everybody. So, got a good little chat going on in there, you guys. I appreciate the support as always, everybody. Like the community, this community gives me the strength I need. I know I say it every time I get on here, but I believe it's extremely important to let my subscribers know, the subscribers know. This is not my channel. This is our channel. And I mean that. This is our channel. When we don't stand together, we only hurt the innocent children. So, all the animosity, all the bullshit, when you're here and get to know, it ain't about that. It's not about YouTube drama. It's not about other creators. It's about creating awareness, making changes to laws, getting congressmen and senators and people to fucking listen to us and get shit changed, man. That's what this channel's about. If you want to talk shit on me, if you want to talk shit on my alter ego, my anti get to know, my evil character, just come over to my Aaron McGonigal channel and we can have it out anytime you want. Anytime. This channel is not about that shit. All mods in here know that any kind of drama bullshit, I'm a firm believer in block means blocked. You get blocked in this motherfucking channel, you ain't getting unblocked. And if I find out any of my mods are unblocking people that have been blocked, they will be blocked. That's how important this message is to me. That's how important what we're doing is to me. You want to come at me all you want on my other channel. All you want. Hell, send me an email. Send me an email. I'll set it up live for you. Anybody on my other channel. This channel is about saving kids, about helping kids, about helping the future and changing the fucking penalties and the laws that govern these parasites that continually get away with raping your children. With that said, I'm going to get something to eat. I haven't ate yet today. My wife made some pancakes and eggs earlier, so I'm going to go feed my fat ass some pancakes and eggs. And until next time, gum y'all later. Peace. One child, one too many. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Actually, hang on. Is Rockin' Robin still in here? Rockin' Robin, are you still in here, sweetheart? Rose, I really appreciate you showing up. I'm going to drop my link. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about something real quick. Okay? I just need to give you a little bit of information. So, here. just for this moment, that's just for Rockin' Robin right now. But after I talk to her about this or exchange this information with her, yeah. Can you jump up on my panel just for a minute? You don't have to even say anything. I just need to, yeah. I just need to give you some personal information of somebody. So I don't want to dox him or dox anybody else. You know what I mean? There she is. What's up, sweet Rock Robin? How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. Actually, I got a couple things I want to talk to you about, sweetheart. Number one, I'm gonna put a phone number. I'm gonna put a phone number in the private chat. Will you write that down? That's Legacy's phone number. Okay.
Okay.
He said he thought you were in Florida. He wasn't sure, but he said that the lady that was doing the Legacy program and stuff out down there for him, she got arrested and went to jail. So he really needs somebody down there or some help down there if you're interested. If you're in Florida.
I'm down south.
Okay. So I'll put his phone number in the private chat here.
Yeah, I even screenshotted his email, I believe, the other day, but I would have to go through stuff.
Right.
I've been dealing
I
with.
bet your email's been getting exploded. I bet your email's been exploding the last couple of days.
Oh, the messages too. Is my name this? Is my name that? What's my name?
Right.
Like, what difference does it make? How does that help you?
Yeah.
I haven't committed any crimes, so what big bomb you gonna drop on me? Go for it.
Right. Right.
But if you're gonna dox me, at least do it right. But if anybody thinks I would use my actual name on social media, you want something.
Not everybody's as big as dumbass as me. Not everybody's as big as dumbass as me.
Listen, I never claimed to be a lawyer like she said, but I did do paralegal work for several years. And the lawyers told me, if you're looking for jobs or whatever, you keep all your social media under a completely different name so that if, you fill out anything, they search your social media. So, I was told never to use my real name.
Right.
So that prospective employers or people like Nicolina could ever find it out. Yep. She thinks she's got my husband's name. I would love for her to go to Jamaica, New York and knock on the door, which she thinks is mine. I'm going to be on the island. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just funny.
You're fine. You're fine. And I know I'm gonna even deviate a little bit from our mission here, but I just want to say I'll probably be on an island too soon. But I want to I haven't all this shit with her with Nick Hyena. I haven't watched any of it. I didn't watch anything she said. I watched about 10 seconds of it in your live that you did yesterday. When I was watching, I just turned it down. I didn't listen to it. And I just want to tell you, love you too, sister. And I appreciate you so much for having my back.
I should have done it sooner, but there was no way I was going to let her run you down. So I did shut her down with it. Nobody runs down my brother and the work he's doing. You're doing awesome work, not just locally, but actually around the world. Because like you said, trafficking is international. And what you're doing is so important. And nobody's going to get in the way of that. And I have the maddest respect for you and your wife. And you were with your family, playing Monopoly, interacting. And that's what we need more of in this country is
Right.
families sitting down together, teaching your
Right.
kids what you're teaching. Your message is too
Right.
important to be sidetracked.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, my wife told me, my wife listened to some of this shit. I didn't care for it. I don't really care. My wife said that somebody said something about me being a bad parent. I can't believe I talked to my kids like that.
Yeah.
The son that I had, my son that was here with me when we were playing Monopoly is 16 years old. He's almost 17. And I joke around with my son like
Listen,
that
stop
all the fucking
right
time.
there. Look at the
So,
way she talks to her 12 year, well,
I
what
mean,
was no. See, that's what I mean when I shut it down. I know you're a good
yep.
parent. And I even
Thank
stuck
you.
up for your parenting. And that's when
Thank
I
you.
ended up shutting her down. You're engaging with your family. You're teaching your family. And if she's going to sit there and talk about anybody the way they talk to children, while she says the things in front of her child that I wouldn't even say in front of another adult, is not acceptable. So for her to make a comment about your parenting, absolutely not. And that's what you heard on I said, you're not doing this on my channel, bitch. And I muted her right out. So on my channel, nobody heard anything bad you said that she
You know,
claims she said bad to your
yeah.
children.
Like if anybody wants, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like I'm not hiding anything. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean?
You think
So
I
like,
didn't curse with 7 children?
right? I mean, come on, man.
I
Like,
mean, she talks about genitalia and being passed around to bikers and
yeah,
sexual things and all that in front of her daughter. I'm sorry your husband left you. I just noticed he's been gone a week, but that doesn't give her the right to run down good parents. Yeah, we talk to our kids, and I don't know a parent that sits down with their child and goes, well, listen, honey, you have to. I mean, we try at first, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
sometimes they make you unreasonable. Children make you lose your mind,
Yeah.
period. And I
Now see,
dare any parent to tell me no.
yeah. Now see this whole thing with my kid and how I was talking to him, like if people wanted to actually watch the whole entire thing, because like legitimately we started playing Monopoly as I started the live stream, and we played Monopoly the whole time during the live stream. And my
Aw.
son is very competitive. My family, my wife, my son, my daughter, myself, and I,
Oh
we
yeah,
are
we're
all majorly
serious
competitive,
about our games, man.
especially when it comes to Monopoly. Like I'll
Yeah.
tear your heart out when it comes to Monopoly. You know what I mean? Like
I
legitimately,
do.
it took my wife 8 years. It took my wife 8 years and probably 150 games before she finally beat me in Monopoly. Okay.
Good for
Now my
her.
son's right. She never gave up, man. We even got that special. We even got the special Monopoly game that had the little trophy in it. You know what I mean?
Tell
We even
your
put her name in
wife
there and
I'm
shit.
on her side.
So my son's trying to tell me how to do math, and I'm like, go ahead, come at me about my math.
Yeah,
Just
right.
because I said I was going to hit him in the gut doesn't mean I'm going to. I have never
Oh,
spanked my kids.
please.
I've never stood my kids in a corner. My
Aaron, do
kids
you
have
really
honestly
think
never been grounded.
anybody would believe you would do something like that? But now Nicolina's husband has. And
Yeah,
there's even a police report on it.
I
And
heard that.
she
I heard that
gave
shit
me
too.
a privacy strike on the video that I caught of her making the fake CPS call on Lips. She gave me a privacy strike. And I'm going to leave it. I'm not even going to appeal it. She did it to find out my real information. No, you can have it. I mean, I can always make another channel, right? I wasn't even starting a channel. I only started it to protect you guys. Like, you know, when you're like forced to do something. So I saw it and I grabbed my phone, and thus my channel's being born. But I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the technology. No clue.
Oh, I struggle. I struggle so bad with it. I struggle so bad with it.
Lips was texting me last night on my phone. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, and if you, because I don't run into her all that often, because as much as people want to believe it, I really don't follow that many creators on YouTube. I really don't.
Yeah,
So
me either.
I don't run into her very often. But will you tell Lips as well that I said thank you very much? I did read her comments in your chat yesterday for sticking up for me, and I really appreciate it.
Oh,
I
I
really do.
will. See, Lips is misunderstood, and they have beat her up so bad.
Yeah.
It's just, and I don't know who Nicolina thinks she is. She's not the queen of YouTube. She's not our mothers. I don't know why she thinks channel creators answer to her, and yet she's privacy striking me while in the midst of committing a federal crime. I just find the irony hilarious. You're
Right.
committing a crime and you give me a privacy strike for streaming you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Which is, you know, what she did was against TOS. And
Yep.
I can turn it in to law enforcement. We have it. It was to protect Lips. Lips has it already. I don't need to fight on that video. And she can't go after the one last night because it was paused. There was commentary. There was all that. Fair
Yep.
use.
Yes, indeed.
No, I'm going. She thinks she's going to make me run away. She's making me dig in deeper because I'm a, oh yeah type of person. And I can get really, really ugly, but for the right side. And I wouldn't break the law. You know, I stay within the confines of the law, but I'm smarter than her. She's never going to beat me. Never. And if you want to waste, they're on their third day, Aaron. Their third day of spending all these hours and searching for who I am. Why? What are you gonna do? Come to my house, beat me up? I'll give you my address and be waiting outside with a joint and a cigarette.
Shit, just tell him that I got all your information and I'll sell it to him for $100.
Oh, there you
I'll split it
go.
with you. I'll split it with you.
No, you can keep the 100.
You know what I mean? So what the fuck? I mean, really?
Hey, listen, if that little fucking Oompa Loompa thinks she could kick my ass, you have to be at least 5 feet to try.
Shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like I might look like I'm a fat fuck, and I might look like I'm pretty slow because I am kind of fat, and I am pretty slow.
I'm fat. I don't lie about it. She lies about it.
But let me ask you this: when you go to get in a fight with me, what are you gonna do? Knock my fucking teeth out?
Yep.
I ain't got none.
I'm gonna
What are you gonna do?
punch you.
What do you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like,
oh
if you
no,
think,
I'm a dirty fighter. See, she's one of those
I'm an Irish German fighter. So
she's one of those weak ass bitches that she talks about. She's all talk and she's tough when she has a gun. Well, I have one too. You want to take 5 paces, turn and shoot? Let's go. She picked the wrong one. You know, there's always somebody that's going to come along that is not going to take that bully's crap and is going to be stronger and just not let it affect me. I'm stronger than her. I'm smarter than her. I'm beautiful. She's not. Little skunkella. You know, I'm everything she wanted to be and can't be, and her jealousy and her rage, and you know, work on your marriage. Play a game night with your children. When was the last time they even sat down and had a meal together? So don't run down
Enjoy
other
it.
people's families. And your daughter hears what she hears, and you let her roam around the house with a boy that she just turned 13 a month ago. And the things that
Hey,
kid
Robin, you see
hears.
those two numbers in the chat back chat?
Oh, yeah. Here, I'm taking I got screenshots. This way I don't lose stuff. And I also got a
Okay.
second
The bottom
phone.
one's mine.
Okay.
The bottom one's mine. You can just text me yours if you want me to have it too. So,
But I hope she doesn't come after you. But if she does, like, no, you got a wall
it's all right.
behind you.
And
We're gonna
see
keep pushing forward.
that point, like that fact, like what you just said right there, that I got a wall behind me. I really didn't realize that until yesterday when as soon as she started airing my shit or whatever, my phone blew up. I had 8-9 people say, "Man, she's live streaming." I said, "I don't care." And they're like, every one of them's like, "Don't even worry about it. Like, she wants to come after you. Like, that'll be a mistake." So, like,
Yeah, no,
I know this community's honestly got my back because it's good. I'm good. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, I should have paused it earlier, but I'm new at this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how I posted the videos. All I know is they got up there. But if you think I could tell you how to do it, forget about it. I have no idea. So,
Right?
she keeps pushing. And nobody's going to talk about my Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you do have a
Thank
wall. You have a solid wall. And that's why she's starting to come after you.
You know, if you caught the end, like if you caught my live yesterday that I did last night that Nicolina called me out for, do you realize that they there was at least one person in my chat, maybe even two. I haven't figured it out yet, but they were literally using hear this, Rose. Okay, hear this, Rose. They were literally using Tom drunk Tom and sober Tom sober.
Yes.
To try to get to me. Like they were hearing, we hear his voice and he's speaking to me. And you know what? They almost got me because I love my Tom so much, dude. So you know what? This is out of all love and respect. Just for that alone.
Sweetie, she used my daughter with cancer and my brother.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Then she thinks she knows when my brother died. She said, your brother died 3 years ago. Get over it. My brother didn't die 3 years ago. I should know because I was there holding his hand when he did die. And my daughter, she likes to say to trigger me, my daughter don't have cancer. Bitch, that's not even your business. And how are you diagnosing somebody? Plus, she said she called my daughter. Believe me, is she called my daughter? Any of them? I mean, she's forgetting I got 7 children and they got spouses. Right there is 14.
That's a full baseball team in 4 alternates. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're talking Jamaican Italians and New Yorkers and Jamaicans. If you think
I'm German Irish, I'm good.
You know, I'm fully Italian. If you think I am fully Bronx, New York Italian.
I'm good.
Don't try me. I'm not the one. But she wants to keep coming at me. So go ahead. I don't know whose daughter you called, but it wasn't mine. I got 2 moles in her chat. She still hasn't figured it out.
Hell yeah.
See, I have fun with this.
Great.
But we're gonna rescue children. We are going to do something about child trafficking. I promise you. Something. We're already getting fighting. So I know you're making headway.
Yep.
When you make enemies, you're making progress.
You know, and I didn't realize that really until, you know, I got the first death threat. I was like, oh, this is, you know, like I actually was kind of nervous. I was like, wait a minute.
No, the closer you get, the more threats you get.
Yeah.
You got to
Yep.
be careful. I want you to pay attention to your surroundings always. And if you get a
Oh, I
feeling
do.
in your stomach, just turn around. Don't ask why.
Oh,
Just
I do. Like,
just get
like,
out of there.
yep. I don't go. I usually don't go anywhere without my wife. So if my wife's around, I'm good. Like, she'll take on fucking 180 ninjas all by herself for me, dude. And
Oh
trust me,
yeah, I'm a fighter.
I feel sorry for them fucking 180 ninjas, dude. Because my wife will fuck them up. Like straight up, like she fucking like this dog was coming after me. I'm like petrified of dogs. Okay, this dog was coming after me. She threw a star wrench for a tire for a truck tire. She threw a star wrench after her at this fucking dog because the dog had me backed in the corner. She threw a star wrench at this dog and it wouldn't move. She came up to that motherfucker, wrestled it down, and fucking bit its ear, dude.
I
I was
love
like,
your
"What the?
wife.
What are you doing?" Like she's all covered in dog. I'm telling you, my wife might not look like it, but straight up, man, she tackled this motherfucking dog and basically bit his fucking ear like in Lethal Weapon. You know, like he like bites the Doberman's ear. He's like, "You want a
Yeah,
dog to
but I
listen to you?
love
Bite their
how
ear."
she loves you.
And you know what, dude?
It's
I cherish every single moment that we have together. I really do.
yeah, you could see that. That's beautiful. I love that. But you need to tell your wife I love her too.
I love you too,
She's
Robin.
she's a kick-ass woman and I love her
Did you
spunk.
hear her? Did you hear her?
Yes,
Robin.
you know.
Say
And
hi to Rose too, babe. Rose is in the chat.
Rose, I miss you. I haven't seen you live. But I'm gonna call like I said, I took a screenshot of the numbers and I have his email. Today's my birthday, so
Cool.
I'm just like chilling.
Happy birthday. Hey,
So
okay.
so
This is
tomorrow
your
I'll make
birthday
some
song.
calls.
It isn't very long, but it's your birthday song. Happy birthday, sweet Robin Robin. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So I will be getting in contact with him this week and
Okay, great.
see what I can do, see what resources I have, and because I'm tired of it in Florida, and I especially want Matt Gates.
Oh yeah.
I'm out for
Look what Jackie.
blood.
Look what Jackie fucking Cunningham says. Jackie fucking Cunningham.
Jackie, man, start rallying. See, that's what I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
Aaron. Look at your wall. Look
Yep.
at your wall. Look at your resources. Look at your support. This is real, genuine support. This isn't that
Yep.
fake crap in other channels. This is
Yep.
actually wanting to do the work, wanting results, not playing games or conning
Yep.
anybody. It's the real
Yep.
freaking deal what you're doing here. And
Thank
God
you.
put you
Thank
here
you.
for a reason. And we got to get you where there's motivational speaking and get you out to schools or whatever. I would love to see you get out there and be speaking to a large audience of people. I think that should be the goal.
Hell yeah. And just because I know that this community would appreciate, I'm willing to do it, man.
Hey, whatever it
Like,
takes, you know.
yep. Yep.
Not
Because
just
this ain't about me.
children,
And
it's adults too. It's our sisters, our mothers,
yep.
our aunts, our
Yep.
cousins. No,
Yep.
it's not acceptable.
It's not. It's not.
And we have people that are willing to stand up and do something about it.
Savage, bitches. Savage. I might not got no fucking teeth, but I'll still kick your ass, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you don't need teeth to hurt somebody. There's other parts of the body you
Fuck.
could use.
Trust and believe that. Like you take somebody's teeth out of the fight, and you already take away the biggest target. The reason why you get into a fight, to knock someone's teeth out. Guess what? I just removed that step for you, motherfucker. Now what are you gonna do? Now what are you gonna do? I already got the upper hand on you.
I don't like to physically fight, but if I have to, I punch like a dude. So
Oh, I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I will break a motherfucker's face. I don't give a shit.
I mean, let's not forget I am a Pisces, the fish going opposite
Hell
directions.
yeah! Hey! Whoa! Now! I don't think I want you and my wife talking anymore, then, because two Pisces together equals a bad day for this Cancer.
But Pisces are very compatible with Cancers. Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
funny.
Well, either
See, I knew I loved your
we're
wife.
dude, she's an amazing woman, man. She really is, dude. She's been through so much shit. Makes my story seem like nothing, dude. Like,
She's a winner.
I love
She
her, man.
really, you struck gold with that one.
Oh, I know. That's why I make sure she stays polished every single day.
You better, or I'm gonna kick your ass like your little,
Straight up,
your big sister.
This is the truth. Your new sister. Hell yeah. This is the reality of it. People ask me, well, like, what's my secret, or what's our secret to, because we've had people come up to us quite a few times. A lot of people come up to us and say, this is going to sound fucked up, but I'm completely jealous of your guys' relationship. And here's the difference. This is what I do. Every single day for the last 18 years almost, I have tried to figure out a way to make my wife fall in love with me every single day.
Oh,
we've been together.
Chills.
I've never, I haven't been, I haven't always been successful. That's a huge fucking success rate.
Well, you can't.
There's days that I've failed. What's that? Right.
You can't be successful every freaking day.
Right. You know what I mean? So that's my relationship secret to anybody. If you want a good, strong relationship, figure out a way to make your girl, your man, feel the way that they did the day you guys fell in love with each other, and then double it and do that every single day, and you guys will be inseparable. I give you my word on it.
35 years. 35 years, man.
My parents are going on 47.
It's a good thing he travels, or, I divorce him like 10 times over.
Yeah, so check this out, okay? I'm gonna drop this one real quick, and then I'm gonna get off here. I'll be back later on my Aaron McGonigal channel, because Rose wanted us to continue the gossip, but I'm not gonna do that on this channel anymore. I'm gonna do that on my Aaron McGonigal channel, so I'll be going live on there. But check this out. My parents got married on 7/7 of 1977.
Oh, nice.
Got married. My mom is 11 years, 11 months, and 11 days younger than my dad.
Wow. Oh.
And then 11s, right?
Good story.
My wife and I, we got married on 7/7 of 07.
Nice. See, I believe
exactly
in
30 years to the day. My parents.
I believe in numbers.
So.
And Rose,
my mom has only ever been.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say my mom has only ever been with one man her whole entire life. My dad. My mom lost her virginity to my dad, and she's never been with another man ever.
Oh, I feel sorry for her. That's gotta be. That's like having the same thing for dinner every night.
hey, you know what? I like having my motherfucking sugar glider every single night for dinner, and it don't get old ever. Ever.
Anything else?
Oh yeah. I mean, come on now. I mean,
Oh, that
everybody
is
knows.
a lovely story. See, you don't get to hear too many of those nice stories. I love them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Me and we have problems. Of course we do. It's 35 years.
It's we don't. Yeah, we don't have a fairy tale wedding. We don't have a fairy tale fucking marriage by any means. You know what I mean? She's left me 4 times. Like legitimately, like she's packed her shit and left me 4 times. I had to go get her back. You know what I mean? Like we've been there, man. We've been there. So everything's not always golden on the McGonigal side of the field.
No, the longer marriage,
we still have our ups and downs, but
it's always smooth sailing. But the longer marriages are the ones that really put in the work.
Yep.
But you're blessed, and thank you for everything you and your wife are doing. And Rose, just the PS version on the drama is Nicolina's coming at me with all guns blazing. So that's how that goes.
All right.
Thank you,
Here in a
Aaron.
couple hours. Yep, you're welcome, sweet Rockin' Robin. I love you, sister. I love you, sister. Thank you for
Love
having my
you
side.
guys.
I appreciate it.
I'll talk to
We
you
love
guys
you too.
soon. All right.
All right, sounds good. Bye. All right. I'm sure the word will get out there quick enough. I'll be going live. I'll post it here in just a few minutes. I gotta get something to eat. I got a couple things to do. I'm lying. I'm just gonna go do nothing for a couple hours and make people wait even longer for me. So I'm gonna eat something, but that's about it. I might smoke a little bit of some dankity dank, and because I got my priorities in order now. So that's always good. Remember, one child is one too many. This is Get to Know. Thanks for watching the radio broadcast. Listen to it. Thanks for the support. Rose, Team Rose, I fucking love you. I love you. I was mad at you a little bit, but we're good. I still love you. Jackie fucking Cunningham. Yeah. Leader of my security right there. Leader of the savage bitches, right? That's right, girl. Darlene J. Clark, my sister from another mister. I love you for always and forever. Sweet Rockin' Robin. You know I love it, girl. You know I love you, girl. Outlaw Trucker. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. You're always here to support me, and this is to all my haters, okay? Listen to this real closely, okay? Love you guys. Thanks. Like, subscribe, share. You're gonna want to tell your friends about me. Thanks.